Hello everyone, it's Michael Lazar here, and today we're going to work on the Aposticha for Vespers in Plague of Fourth or Tone 8. We have four of them here, and none of them are really easy. They're all pretty advanced, so we're going to take it slow. We're going to do the first one is not too bad, but for the other ones, we're going to try to get them Paralegi then Melos. So let's begin. So it's tone 8, so the Aposticha is ne. So I'm going to do it the first time Melos, and then if there's anything difficult, we'll do it with Paralegi. Thou didst ascend the cross, O Jesus, who didst descend from heaven, thou camest unto death. So this, you have the zigos. So basically the ga is sharp, the vo is natural, and the pa is sharp, and the ni is natural. So ni pa vo gadi, gadi ga vo pa vo pa vo. And this is the character for back to diatonic on full. Ni pa vo pa pa vo ga vo vo pa ni ni. O immortal life, thou camest unto those in darkness, O thou art the true light. Here, the ni ke. So it's a weird jump for up 5, but you just have to get it down. Darkness, oh thou art the true light. Now I'm not interpreting these like that just because it's more advanced. So like if you want to stay basic and don't want to mess yourself up, I recommend that you just keep it normal. Next, let's finish it. Vo ga vo pa vo ga di ga vo pa vo ni pa vo thou camest unto the fallen. This is tone, it's a hard chromatic on the, so we're not doing zigos, completely different scale. The vo is flat, the ga is sharp. Fallen, the can. So we go back to diatonic. O resurrection of all, O our light and our Savior, glory be to thee. Again, for these ones, just take it slow. Glory be to thee. Don't embellish it a lot because it's already embellished because it's a bunch of runs. So if I were you, I recommend just doing it straight. Don't worry about embellishing it because it's going to confuse you. Now we have verse 2. We can sing. The Lord is King, He clothed Himself with majesty. The Lord is clothed with strength, and He hath girt Himself. Let us glorify Christ, who is risen from the dead, for taking upon Himself soul, and body. Now, this is a long phrase. Everything here is straightforward. There's some runs here. You just have to make sure that you sing them straight. Don't embellish them too much so you don't confuse yourself, and just clap out the rhythm if you need it. Here, the soft chromatic scale. Interesting. The ke is a little flat and zo is a little flat. So the ke zo ke the ke zo. So like tone 2. So on himself so the ke the ga the ke the. It's not like as hard as it's not as flat as or it's hard chromatic. It's a little sharper than that. So just make sure that you don't confuse soft chromatic and hard chromatic. Now let's go here. The he. By the way, this is diatonic on these, so we go back to the diatonic scale. He separated one from the other by his passion. I think this is also straightforward. Just have to remember, if it's confusing, try not to embellish it. Just sing it straight. His immaculate soul descended into Hades. This is like an interesting, like tone 1 walk down to D. It's interesting, like the walk down to D. For this, what you want to do is don't confuse yourself. Ni pa ni zo ke zo ni zo ke di. So when you're doing like these walk downs, you want to make sure that you know where you are. You don't want to be like, I don't know how low I am. You want to make sure that you do it properly and you understand where you are. So this takes back to pa, which also he spoiled. Again, just jump and just up 4. So do the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which also, right? Now here. And the holy body of the Redeemer of our souls knew not corruption in the grave. Just remember not messing this up. Ni ni pa vo pa ni pa vo ga ga vo. Sorry. Ni ni pa vo pa ni pa pa vo pa vo ke di ga vo ga di ke di ga vo pa, etc., right? So just make sure that this jump doesn't startle you. Now verse 3. For he established the world which shall not be shaken. So now we have the next one. With psalms and hymns we glorify thy resurrection from the dead, O Christ. Here we go to tone 6, or hard chromatic, sorry, not tone 6, hard chromatic scale. Now back to diatonic. Whereby thou didst free us from the tyranny of Hades. So the from the tyranny of Hades. Vogandi kezoni papani zozoni zo kedi. And as God the is bestowed life everlasting and great mercy. Now here, this is a long one. This is difficult. There's some things you should worry about in this one. So we're gonna make sure to get all of them right. Holiness becometh thy house, O Lord, unto length of days. O Master of all, incomprehensible, Maker of heaven and earth, by thy passion. Again, here's he goes. By thy by thy passion upon the cross, thou hast become a wellspring of this passion for me. And by accepting, here we go, hard chromatic on theme. So let's do Paralegi. Pavonini zi ke ra zi ra vo pa vo. The vo is flat. Vo pa. Let's take it up an octave just so we can hear it. Or yeah. Ni, and by accepting burial. So again, here, just remember, when you do these low cadences, make sure you know where you are. You don't want to be too low, or you don't want to be like too confused. So you want to remember, you can take it up an octave, or you can take it up a tetrachord and try singing up there, and then transfer it down so you can understand it fully. Next. Ni, ne, di, I go with the diatonic. And arising in glory, thou didst raise up a keradi. Soft chromatic. Back to diatonic. Ravo pa. Ravo pani ni. With thine almighty hand, glory to thine arising on the third day, whereby thou hast granted unto us life everlasting. And then back to soft chromatic. And forgiveness. So and forgiveness. Oh, actually, it goes down to pa. This is interesting. Here. And forgiveness of sins. I think it's an interesting choice. I think because you're not going past pa, the pa would be natural for this. So back to diatonic. Since thou alone art compassionate. And that's the end of it. So thank you for watching. If you found the video helpful, I would appreciate if you leave a like and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.